December 1, 1955. Montgomery, Alabama. A tired woman sits on a bus after a long day of work. Her name is Rosa Parks. She is sitting in the middle section of the bus. A white man gets on. The bus driver looks at Rosa. He says, "Give up your seat." Rosa looks at him. She thinks for a moment. Then she says one simple word. "No." This moment changed history. This is a story about courage. This is a story about the word arise. When we arise, we stand up. We take action. We refuse to accept something wrong. Rosa Parks arose that day. And her action helped millions of people arise too. In 1955, life in Montgomery was divided. Black people and white people could not sit together on buses. Black people had to sit at the back. White people sat at the front. If the bus was full, black people had to give their seats to white people. This was the law. It was called segregation. Rosa Parks knew this law. She followed it every day. But on this day, something inside her said, "No more." She felt tired. Not just tired from work. Tired of unfair treatment. Tired of being treated as less than human. The bus driver was angry. "I said, move," he shouted. Rosa stayed calm. "I don't think I should have to stand up," she said quietly. Other passengers watched. Some agreed with Rosa. Some did not. One woman whispered, "She's right. This isn't fair." A man said, "But it's the law. She has to obey." Another voice said, "Sometimes laws are wrong. Sometimes we must arise and challenge them." The debate was not just on that bus. It was in every heart. Should people accept injustice? Or should they arise and fight for what is right? The police came. They arrested Rosa Parks. She was taken to jail. News spread quickly through the black community. People were shocked. People were angry. But most importantly, people were ready. Ready to arise. Ready to take action. Community leaders met that night. They included a young minister named Martin Luther King Jr. They asked, "What should we do?" Someone said, "We should protest." Another said, "We should stop riding the buses." Everyone agreed. If the buses treated them unfairly, they would not ride the buses at all. The next morning, something amazing happened. The buses were empty. Black people in Montgomery stopped riding buses. They walked to work. They walked to school. They walked to church. Some walked many miles every day. It was hard. It was tiring. But they did it together. This was called the Montgomery Bus Boycott. It lasted for 381 days. More than 1 year. People arose every morning and chose to walk. They arose against injustice. The community grew stronger. Churches organized carpools. People with cars helped people without cars. Neighbors helped neighbors. Young people helped old people. Everyone worked together. The bus company lost money. Many buses sat empty day after day. City leaders were worried. They tried to stop the boycott. They arrested people. They threatened people. But the community did not give up. They had arisen. And once people arise for justice, they do not easily sit back down. Finally, in December 1956, the Supreme Court made a decision. Segregation on buses was illegal. It was against the law. Black people and white people could sit anywhere on the bus. The boycott had won. Change had arisen from courage. Rosa Parks' simple "no" had created a movement. Her refusal to give up her seat had inspired thousands to arise and demand equality. The buses in Montgomery were integrated. People could sit wherever they wanted. Rosa Parks became known as the mother of the civil rights movement. Her action inspired others across America. More people arose to fight segregation. More people arose to demand equal rights. Martin Luther King Jr. became a famous leader. He led peaceful protests. He gave powerful speeches. He taught people to arise with dignity and nonviolence. The civil rights movement grew. It changed laws. It changed hearts. It changed America. So what does arise really mean? It means to get up, to stand up, to take action. When Rosa Parks refused to move, she arose. When the community stopped riding buses, they arose. When people march for justice, they arise. When you see something wrong and you speak up, you arise. When you help someone who is treated unfairly, you arise. Arise is not just about standing with your body. It is about standing with your heart and your courage. Today, we remember Rosa Parks. We remember her courage. We remember how one person can make a difference. Her story teaches us that we all can arise. We can arise against bullying. We can arise against unfairness. We can arise to help others. Every day gives us chances to arise. Sometimes arising is scary. Sometimes it is hard. But Rosa Parks showed us it is possible. And it is necessary. When good people arise, the world becomes better. Thank you for learning with Wordscience. We believe every word has a story. Every word has power. Today you learned about arise through Rosa Parks' incredible story. Remember, you too can arise. You too can stand up for what is right. You too can make a difference. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep arising. Visit Wordscience for more stories about words that changed the world.